Hello friends, we watch a lot of videos on Facebook, YouTube and Instagram, and then we laugh at them, and then some of those videos will catch your attention, it will create a sympathy or empathy in our hearts. And then there are some videos, particularly some rare videos, which will stay with us for a long period of time, and there are some rare videos in those rare which will teach us a lot of life lessons. A few days back I came across one such video which really caught my eye and from which I learned a lot, and I thought, why not let me take whatever that I've learned by watching this video to you people, so you people also get to learn about it, and let's all grow together. And that's what I'm going to do in this video. So before playing the video that I'm talking about, let me give you the prelude of the situation and why it happened and how it happened. That video was about an investigation by the Singapore Select Committee, which was appointed by the Singapore government to investigate deliberate online falsehood relating to Facebook, and it was attended by the Facebook representatives headed by Mr. Simon Milner, who is the Vice President for Public Policy Asia Pacific Facebook. On the other side of the Singapore Select Committee, which was appointed by the Singaporean government, was headed by the chairman, Mr. Charles Chong, and there are a lot of committee members in it, and one particular member in his committee is Mr. K. Shanmugam, Minister of Singapore. So in this video, we are going to start with Mr. Shanmugam asking a question to Mr. Milner, and let's see how it evolves and what we could learn from it.
TechCrunch. It says, Stretch along with counsel from both Twitter and Google were criticized as being non-committal in some of the answers, including on the issue of banning foreign currency in political ads. Would you accept that as an accurate characterization?
All right, you would have listened to the question Mr. Shanmugam has asked to Mr. Milner, and let's take a look at the reply given by Mr. Milner. But I'm telling you, Mr. Shanmugam would not have expected this kind of reply. Take a look at it.
I'd actually like to speak to the chair at this point. I'm not certain that this is a fair use of this committee's time, and I'd really would like the chairman to consider whether this line of questioning is appropriate.
Wow, okay, now what Mr. Milner is doing is he is taking that question to the chairman to check on its relevance. Okay, now the game is on. Now the real game is on.
Yep, okay.
Let's take Mr. Milner's response from two different perspectives. That's how we can learn. If you look from the first perspective, this is the beauty of parliamentary procedures. So if a person is having an issue or a point of concern, what that person can do is he doesn't need to directly oppose the opponent. What he can do is he can take the issue to the chairman to be dealt sensibly, and that's what Mr. Milner does. He's taking this irrelevant question which he thinks to the chairman. Right? This is the beauty here. So what I'm saying to you is, if you're in disagreement with someone, or if an issue is keep on coming up again and again and again, and if you can't solve it with the opposite person in front of you, what I suggest to you is implement the parliamentary procedure, take it to a common superior fellow, a sensible fellow, and that can give you a very good solution. So this is what you can learn from perspective number one. And coming to perspective number two, now what Mr. Milner is doing is he's directly or indirectly questioning the authority of Mr. Minister of Singapore, Mr. K. Shanmugam, to ask such questions, and in turn he's directly questioning the authority of the Singaporean Select Committee to ask such questions to him. Right? This is naughty. I know you guys might be advocating for Mr. Milner, saying that look, he is pleading, he's not directly targeting anyone, he's pleading to the chairman.
And I'd really would like the chairman to consider whether this line of questioning is appropriate.
Look, my dear friends, if you take a look at a river, okay, the river might seem smooth and calm on the surface, but once you get inside the river, it will pull you across meters in a matter of seconds because of the underlying current. The force of the underlying current doesn't substantiate with the calmness or the smoothness of the water on the surface of the river. So this is what you need to understand. Though he pleads, what is the underlying current? What is the underlying purpose of taking this question's reply to the chairman? Okay, now imagine this happening at your office. Let's say you and your colleague is discussing over an issue. Now that colleague is on the same pay scale and he is on the same level in your organization structure, and you are asking your colleague to do step 1, step 2, step 3 to solve this issue. Now that colleague of yours is looking at you directly and saying, or indirectly saying, that who are you to give me orders. Man, who are you to give me instructions that I should follow? Let me go to the team leader, let me go to the manager and let me get instruction from him, or let him come and say it to me, then I'll do. Who are you to ask me to do? If your colleague gives this kind of a response directly or indirectly, what will happen to you? Okay, now the tensions will build up. Okay, now what normal people does is they'll try to impose their authority. They'll try to show that, look, I'm better than you. I've been in this company for so long amount of time, so I know people. I can make life hard for you, and then you'll start to take steps that will not go towards solving the problem, but it will go towards proving that you are better than him. Will it happen or not? It will definitely happen. If this thing is taken from the second perspective, the select committee might lose the sight of the underlying issue, and then they'll try to prove their authority over the Facebook representation committee, and things might go out of hand. The tides will change. The entire purpose of this session might be lost. But it doesn't happen that way, and I would like to really applaud the chairman, because the reply that which he gave to Mr. Milner was awesome.
Mr. Milner, I think you should leave it to us to decide what is relevant, what is not relevant. But if you're unable to answer questions because you don't know or do not wish to answer the question, please state so. Okay?
Salute to you, Charles Chung, the chairman of the committee. Okay, this is how leadership works. This is what we can learn from a leader. Okay, so when his team member comes in line of fire, when his team member's authority is being questioned by an opponent, now Mr. Chairman comes in, steps in and say, look, it's for us to decide what question to ask or not. It's for you to reply or not. So you do what you are supposed to do. We'll take care of the questioning part. And then he hands over the dais. He hands over the mic back to Mr. Shanmugam. The drama doesn't end here. The drama gets better. Okay, the learning gets better from here on, which I'm going to cover in the second video on the reply that was given by Mr. Shanmugam, because he gave a fantastic reply that is really interesting and intriguing for us to watch and learn. That I'll be doing in second video. Until then, who am I? Imagine a reader, leader, thinker, wanderer, trainer, and an ambivert blessed with people and coaching skills. That's me, Gautham, your coach, founder Able Experts. So watch you on the next video. Until then, peace and prosperity. Bye-bye.